All right, I want to play a little glass half full, glass half empty with the Cleveland Cavaliers here. So here's the good stuff. Let's do that first. Last night, LeBron became the only player in NBA history ever. 30,000 points, 8,000 rebounds, 8,000 assists.
Wow.
Those are crazy numbers. He also became the oldest player to ever average a triple-double in a calendar month. And hey, the Cavs won the game. In the end, it's a W or an L, it's a W. All right, ready for the not so good? They barely beat a Nets team that was 1-8 this month entering the game. In fact, Cleveland was trailing in the final 90 seconds of this game. 7 Brooklyn players finished in double figures. So, Mike, after seeing that, is your glass half full or half empty on the Cleveland Cavaliers? I'm
half full. I mean, I'm going to say 38 and 8, 30,000, 8,000, and 8,000. That's going to continue. I'm not sold on where they're at right now, but once we get to the playoffs, I don't buy anything into being tough against Brooklyn on a back-to-back. Anytime you play,
Brooklyn was on the back-to-back. The Cavs were not on the back-to-back.
I still don't buy into that. I played on them teams for a long time with Brian. Those teams like Brooklyn, they're excited for the game. It's the first time they've been in a full arena I've seen it so many times.
Yes.
I don't buy into that. They won the game. The game's over.
Okay.
We move on to the next thing.
I'm half full.
Cleveland looked at that as Brooklyn coming in. Brooklyn looked at it as their NBA Finals. It's just the way it's been for 7 years with the whole time LeBron's played.
That's a good point.
They won the game, right? They won the game.
I think they did.
I'm half
regardless if it's really.
Yeah, because this is what I'm watching when I see the Cavs. I see LeBron playing the Westbrook role of last year, right down to the triple doubles every night, because the 2 stars that Westbrook had, he had Ibaka and Durant that left. He was forced to basically carry role players. This is what I'm seeing in LeBron right now.
A lot of shine for Serge Ibaka, first of all.
Can we ask questions?
Go.
Are we allowed to ask questions?
Please.
So when you say half empty, you don't think they're going to make the finals? Don't think they're going to make the?
The one difference that they have, Mike, is that Kevin Love will be coming back.
Yes.
And that will provide a buffer. But when I watch them right now, I see LeBron James carrying a bunch of role players. They're younger role players. They're more athletic role players. They're getting out and running, which is good. But and they're in the Eastern Conference. But I still see the star carrying a bunch of role players.
It's 7 games. These guys still trying to get acclimated with one another.
I agree.
And they have to understand what's at stake. They're playing with LeBron James, so every night you're getting tested. And I don't think they fully understand that. Every night you are getting tested. They've never been a part of anything like this. None of these guys.
Tracy, I'm not seeing them basically run any offense. I'm seeing them patch together defense.
My biggest concern is just that, though. They struggle when Bron comes out. He has to play 40, 42 minutes. I would like to see them actually tone that back a little bit and worry about that. In the playoffs, he's going to play. You know that. You played 45 minutes a game in the playoffs. That's not going to be a problem. Bron's always done that. I'd like to see him tone those minutes back a little bit and let these guys figure out some things with Bron off the court, because they do struggle when Bron comes off the court right now.
Let's keep in mind, they have a 20-10 guy that's not even playing
right now.
That's
a pretty good 20.
That's one thing that they have that Westbrook didn't have to his rescue last year is Kit Love is going to come back.
Absolutely, but the same way, you remember at the beginning of the season when people were like, oh yeah, Isaiah Thomas, he's going to come back in the middle of the year, and yeah, it'll take some adjustment, but hey, they've got the whole second half of the season. Guess what? That adjustment didn't work, clearly, and we can argue about all the reasons why, but it didn't work. Kevin Love is coming back, the week before the end of the regular season? Maybe. They're going to have to readjust and reintegrate. You guys are talking about, these young players, these new players don't know how to play on a LeBron James team, whereas you point out, you're right. The Brooklyn Nets came in there. This was their Super Bowl. They were in there. They don't know what that's like. They're all going to have to adjust to Kevin Love again. I am curious to see how they fare, especially if they fall into the number 4 seed.
What if they fall and play Miami in that first?
That'd be awesome.
I love it. I would love it.
Dwayne going against LeBron.
Right?
I would love
Peanut butter and jelly.
We need that.
Right?
Peanut butter and jelly.
The playoff series we need. It's been close.
I know.
Miami, Cleveland has been close, I think, every year since LeBron left, right?
Yeah, the Heat lost a Game 7 in Toronto. Would have happened in the conference finals 2 years ago. Yeah.
So good. I am interested to see. I think all the stuff saying, oh yeah, they'll get it together. You guys know better than we do how hard that actually is. I'm interested to see. I'm glass medium. I'm like glass right at the medium line.
You came up with the concept.
I know. That's what's so exciting about getting to just go right there.